Drink. No. I've been running around on these subways, which I couldn't figure out. And
is this okay?
Yeah, that'll work.
I'd rather have to.
Yeah.
There you go.
Great. So I was just trying to think the last time I even saw you. So we first met at Music Academy of the West in Santa Barbara, which was 2007. So
yes.
4 years ago. And then one was Piano Fest in the Hamptons. That was 2009.
Were you there at St. Laurent? Yeah, you were. I remember. Yeah.
Well, I was there twice, so I can't remember
what
year.
Yeah, you were there. I remember the beach incident.
The beach beach incident?
Yes.
Refresh my memory a little bit.
We were all at the beach, and you took the car when we all wanted to go home like 5 minutes later, and so we all.
I left you all stranded on the beach because I wanted to go pick up a video at the rental store, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The beach incident.
The beach incident.
That's why I forgot it, because I was on the winning side of it. Yeah.
Keep all the good memories in your head.
I hear young musicians always say, "Oh, you should move to New York. That's the place to be." Obviously, there are cultural opportunities here. You can attend performances.
You can't take anybody's advice seriously. I mean, you have to follow your own path. You have to make your own route. So whatever someone else has done has maybe worked for one person, but in this day and age, there's no set formula. Moving to New York is not going to do anything for you. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing a lot of stuff on like mental health awareness. And like I started a series down there's a New York State Psychiatric Institute.
Mental health awareness, as in your own, like watching your own.
Well,
mental health.
yeah, that's important too. But also, like, I mean, the thing for me that I hate about music, I classical music, let's put it this way, is that it's such a selfish pursuit. And that it's all about me. You promote yourself. I mean, obviously you need to maintain respect for the composer, but beyond that, you need to have the confidence that what you have to say is good enough to make people listen to you on a stage where you're elevated and they're in the darkness and you're under the spotlight. So that's why we're all so messed up,
Do you think that there's a certain elitism built into classical music? I think that's probably tied into the fact that historically in the days of Beethoven, all these composers were sponsored by royalty, and so everyone.
I think also the start of the Industrial Revolution. What happened with that is when the cities develop in a way, sort of the statuses and the hierarchy that has been in the past gets diminished because you can then sort of make your own appearance. So by going to these sort of events, you can then make the appearance of somebody who's had money for a long time, who knows what's going on, who's cultured, who's intellectual, and that kind of stuff. So I think that sort of Industrial Revolution changed also what music was. And before that, it was just for royal courts and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Or church. So that also is very much aiming to a specific market. And you can't help but look at, if something is going to be a business, there has to be a business sense to it. I mean, none of the stuff that you see when you go to any hall, that's all very carefully planned.
Right.
And they're also just neglecting a lot of people by the way they market people, or people our age, the way that they market them is just totally ridiculous.
You said your sister is a psychiatrist?
Yes.
Can I have her number? I feel like after this, I just simply need some realignment because it seems so difficult.
No, but I mean, we're all going through this.
We're all going
through it. I mean, I know so few people that are actually making a living out of performing alone. I know, like, maybe just out of my hand.
Me
that
too.
many people.
Even just.
And that has a lot to do with, they spend so much time on maintaining their relationships and networking.
My approach to that so far has been to just try to focus on those musical friendships because it's, first of all, more rewarding.
That's the best way to do it. I can't.
I'm not.
My problem is that I don't do that because I need to be honest with everybody in my life, and then
you
if someone's being full of themselves, I will tell them, and then they won't talk to me again.
I wish I had the guts to do that.
No, because then you get no work.
Then you get no work. You see.
A friend of mine just got signed with IMG and had a 5-record deal with Deutsche Grammophon, and like the world has opened up for him. And seeing it from a distance is just kind of ridiculous what's going on.
Who was that, by the way?
I don't want to say his name.
We'll just cut that out.
Okay. It's a guitarist.
It's a guitarist.
It's a guitarist. It's not a pianist. But I mean, just seeing the transformation and then how quickly they forget about what it's like on the other side.
Yes.
It's just totally ridiculous, and he's not doing any. Got a team working for him, and just like I released the CD last year, and such pain, trying to send it off to places to get reviewed. He didn't lift a finger before it was coming out. He knew it would be the record of the month. He got a 5-star review, and he knew he would be nominated for a Brit Award. Like, I mean, all this stuff before it's even
stuff
released.
Was prepared for him.
When you're doing it yourself, you're kind of like, I just hope somebody listens to it. You send it out, they're going to throw it away. There's your hard-earned cash being, chucked away, and all this kind of stuff. My sister's a psychiatrist. She was telling me once that cancer has so much money, so many charities, but mental health is the thing that just doesn't. More people have mental health issues than cancer. More people have that than diabetes or heart disease. And I was also reading interviews with Howard Zinn, and he was talking about the role of artists in society. And he mentions people sort of like Michael Moore with his documentaries, or during the Vietnam War, Bob Dylan. And this kind of stuff, or today like Lady Gaga with LGBT rights and all this kind of stuff, that I admire them so much because they're taking a stand, they're promoting something that they feel strongly in, they're actually working for a cause. And for musicians, I always think, are not really real artists because we're just cover bands. We're not creating anything new.
Right.
We're not creating our idea of life. We're not, you're taking someone else's idea and just reinterpreting it in your own way. How much of yourself can you put in that without losing total respect for the person that created it in the first place? So I was trying to figure out a way that I can present classical music in a way that would actually get across an opinion. And so, I mean, what I've been trying to do now is sort of just promote this sort of mental health awareness, especially in the audiences that we go for, that, you try to cover up so much of the ugliness, it's, very much photoshopped in their lives. If you talk about it, I'm hoping that it'll instill an ability to open up about something else and, hope bring it across that way. And I'm pairing that with sort of playing in the mental hospital. It's like 30 blocks from here. It's really for people that have no money and go there for 30 days for treatment.
That's really great.
People like in this neighborhood that go there, and I find it really rewarding to play because there's no pretense. There's really, they're not expecting anything, and if you can make them happy for a moment and make them feel normal, and also you can see them, if you play a composer that had mental health issues, you can see how much they contribute to society.
Right.
And also can sort of inspire in a way that, you can also be a huge contribution. I mean, I think it's just important to be able to go to bed at night and be able to sleep and know that you didn't do something that you're ashamed of.